Good evening, ladies and gents. Tonight I will be, as of the moment, I will be doing a solo show based on some information that we just got. When was it? Well, last couple days. So we got something going on up in Delaware County, which is weird because we usually cover Madison County water issues. That's one of the topics that we cover on top of the politics stuff that me and Catherine talk about. And in case you're new and just tuning in, I am Nicole Schuyler Kapuscinski. I usually co-host with Catherine Callahan, who is currently, what did you say? She's out campaigning, but she had a bunch of sign issues because of the weather, so she had to go fix all those. So we've been getting good feedback, though, from people, so much so. I'll go ahead and show you this other screen. So let's see, share this tab. Can you see me? I'm going to get over here on my website so I can see both. It kind of helps me. So if you drive around town, you're going to be able to see a lot of our maps. Okay. I have names on there, but we've been busy, man. Oh, that's Elwood. I had to go fix one over there today. We got some over, well, we got some in Cicero. She had to go fix that one. This one is taken care of. Where am I at here? I'm not even watching my own thing. I don't know, guys. And the channel over here is wanting to be funky. Okay, I got it pulled up now. All right, so Karen, you're back. I love some of them quotes she was putting out earlier. He was putting some good points in there. And I do want to talk about that for a minute because Ryan Pascal, the sewage guy, just came in, and I'm not quite sure what just happened, but something got passed that we didn't have before then. And I thought it was kind of cool. If you were watching, I said congratulations, but of course I'm at home. What is this? Well, let me. Okay, but anyway, we have saturated Madison County with signs. Mine's a little bit harder to do because I am. Go down here. It don't matter. That's not the main story. But Catherine is out fixing some of these signs, so she does work hard for her campaign. She definitely goes out and talks with people, and so she's been out all day doing that, and that's that. So let's see. I was hoping Breonna Davis. Okay, so the one story. I see. The news came out already. So we're going to go ahead and hop over to the Ingalls news. Okay, it's on Bree's page. So this little activist, she's got a couple kids. And so between trying to schedule this to where everybody can get on at the same time, it's kind of difficult. But when we share our information across the board, I can just go over to this. Let's see. Is it giving it to me? Okay, I think it's got a lag on it. Okay, there it is. So I come over here. This is what just fell in our lap, you guys. Yeah. Because we've. Okay, let's see. Somebody that lives in. I'm going to go ahead and turn that down and let it play because that's some. Let me get off the screen too. So hold on so you can get a good view. So this story fell in our lap this week. Let's see if I can get the wording bigger because she kind of explains it. So another night where families in Madison County, right here in Summer Lake, a neighborhood with over 800 homes, are forced to skip bath time because of the color of their water. This isn't normal and it isn't okay. A reminder, just because something meets legal standards doesn't mean it's truly safe for our families. And then she tagged a bunch of news channels. Okay. Well, there's some other comments that were made today that were kind of strange. Oh, yeah. Gross is gross. So we did find out something. So before I go into the clip right here, because this is the recorded phone call, she was telling me that she helped get this news story tonight.
Now at 4, water woes in Madison County. Frustrated residents are now...
Let me push pause, let it catch up. Okay, one screen's caught up, one screen's not. So I'm just going to go. Just know there is a little lag time in between what I'm seeing on StreamYard and what's popping off on YouTube or Facebook. And I'll do my best to answer folks. This is the hard part of doing podcasts when people can't make it, but you got so much. We have to get something out because we got this story and then the one in Muncie that we're concerned about because somebody reached out to us about that one. So, we got some double whammy toxic water issues in Madison County tonight. So this happened today.
Demanding answers about the quality of their water.
Several people say the water is often discolored when it leaves the tap.
Fox 59's Claire Curry visited the area and spoke with residents about their concerns.
This is what the water looks like at Shelby Clifford's house today. However, last night, residents in the Summer Lake and Springbrook subdivisions saw this come out of the tap.
It was almost black.
Residents say this is a common occurrence. Clifford's family often uses bottles of water to brush their teeth and even has a water softener and filters to try and improve the clarity.
I'm having to take my children to bathe at my sister's house, who, she lives in Noblesville.
She's also been testing her water for any harmful contaminants.
It's more of like a sulfur smell, and that makes me really, really scared.
The town of Ingalls released a statement acknowledging the ongoing concerns, but residents are still frustrated.
If we try to bring attention to it, we're met with annoyance, even hostility, or laughed at, none of which feels good. You just want the truth from your elected officials and you want them to do their job.
The town says the water utility began flushing the system regularly in October. However, due to winter weather arriving earlier than expected, they didn't get out to the two subdivisions. The town is also aware that hydrants were flushed without authorization recently, contributing to the current clarity issues.
There's video and pictures of those hydrants, and it looked like mud just coming out of there.
Residents argue the coloring is regularly off regardless of the recent flushing. The town says the water meets state safety standards and that residents will get a boil water advisory if that changes. Reporting in Madison County, Claire Curry, Fox 59 News.
Now at 4.
Wow. See, and let me go back over here. It's gonna. Which one was I? That one's too big, man. Put me up there. Sorry, it doesn't really matter where I'm at. Hostility by public servants is abuse. Okay, let's do the comments on the screen again so everybody can read them as they go. I liked that last time. Okay, there's your comments. It's hard to get, show them, like I was saying a minute ago, and read them. So if I got them here, maybe I can read them. So that is crazy. So let's go here. And she totally wanted, this was, okay. So the one thing I love about Brianna, okay, there it goes. Miss Davis, she is one of my favorite environmental activists to work with. And we're both fiery. And it's kind of funny. But we teamed back up for the the water issues. I mean, it's like the greater good. What's Karen saying? Okay. I know the hostility issue with city water department and worked in government. Dude, it's nuts. But I will say, if you were watching the clip for Anderson, City of Anderson, once I get time to go back and listen and pick through what Ryan Pascal just did tonight, I will get that back up. And I'm going to go back off the screen. And this is my little fiery friend, Aquarian friend. She's in lapel. She's the one that helped get Aaron Brockovich's attention because we came up with an idea, and she's great. So anyway, I'm gonna play it. Check it out.
Color today it's still black, but I saw that you guys said that you guys have done testing. So is it okay that I continue to use it?
Yes, yeah, we don't have any boil alert or anything like that in the
Okay, even though it's black, I can use it? I just want to make sure.
Yeah, those are natural. I mean, your call, your decision, but those are just minerals in the water. Those are manganese and iron in the water that cause that discoloration, like a sediment that happens when it sits in the line. And so that's why you're seeing this discoloration. You can run your faucet for 15 to 20 minutes, your bathtub, and it should clear up.
Okay, I mean, I've been running it since yesterday and it hasn't cleared up, so that's why I was just calling and asking. But I saw that you guys tested, and so you guys said it was safe, so I was just making sure it was actually safe to consume, even though my water is black right now.
Yes, yep. Again, your call if you want to do it, but yes, we do not have any boil alert in effect or any issues as far as our testing.
Okay, and do you guys want to report that it's a little discolored today still? It's still black.
Any issues as far as our testing.
Okay, and do you guys want to report that it's still black, or?
Yeah, we can kind of unflush your individual meter so we can flush that line that's going into your house.
Mm-hmm. Would you guys do a back T test when you guys are out, or no?
No, yeah, we would not be doing a test while we were there, but we can definitely flush your meter.
Okay, no thank you. I'll just a little discolored today still. It's still black.
So she had some interesting phone calls today. She was calling me excited. Well, this is not exciting stuff that we do. Okay. Going to these people that are being stressed out, like what Lapel has been going through, or Bree and some of the ladies in Alexandria here in Anderson. It's not easy tackling this water topic. So I can't remember. No, let's go all. Okay, here is, okay, this was something she mentioned today. Okay, I'm going to move this a little bit. Oh, no, that didn't work. Let me take this off for a minute. I'll put it back on. So this is the article that Aaron Brockovich wrote on behalf of Madison County. And that was some hard work to get there. Oh, okay. No, that's the one I just showed you. There was one. So you can go over to Bree's page too and pick through her stuff. But she grew up in Summer Lake. That was like where she was born and raised. And Pendleton, Ingalls, Indiana area. So when the person called her about that right there, she got concerned, but that she also was really concerned about the Marion or Delaware County toxic water. Let's see, that's the video. Okay, so she wanted me to play a clip of, let's go ahead and share this one. Can I? No, I don't want that one. I want this one. Okay. So I should check my history. She sure reminded me of these clips from Aaron Brockovich earlier. And one of the things that we did learn from our engagements with Aaron Brockovich is she wrote a book, Superman's Not Coming. And so that's kind of where that comes from. Like, that's what we've learned. Kind of have to advocate for yourself. in all this. And let me see. I don't know if you've ever checked out. I like Valhalla VFT. I like some of the stuff the Hodge twins are putting out. I don't know. I got some weird threads, just so you know. Oh, and this has me signed in as heads up. That's my other group or my other page. It's okay. Let's go back to here. She wanted me to show you something about the Aaron Brockovich movie because Madison County, in certain areas, we've been told that there is hexavalent chromium in the water. And this is concerning. So I don't know how much this clips I can do. I think I can do short clips without getting in trouble. So I want to do this one real quick.
That means that it.
Okay, so keep this in mind. This is Hinckley, California. This is based on a true story, Aaron Brockovich. I didn't realize that not everybody grew up watching this, like in the 80s and 90s. Like, I took for granted that Bree had never seen this movie. And I'll tell you what, as soon as she saw it, she went down this rabbit hole. It was great. It was great to watch, you know. And then she reminded me of all these similarities that people were dealing with here. And so today when we were talking, she said she wanted to show everybody some clips from the Aaron Brockovich movie. So here's one of them. And this is the scene learning about Hinckley's poisoned water and the side effects and what this particular family had, some of the illnesses that they themselves had experienced. So here you go.
That means that it was
It's right up on the PG&E property over there.
And you say that this stuff, this hexavalent chromium, well, it's poisonous.
Yeah.
Well, Aaron, it's just got to be different than what's in our water, because ours is okay. The guys from PG&E told me, they sat right in the kitchen and told me that it was fine.
I know. But the toxicologist that I've been talking to, he gave me a list of problems that can come from hexavalent chromium exposure. Everything you all have is on that list.
No, that's not what our doctor said. He said that, well, that one's got absolutely nothing to do with the other.
But PG&E paid for that, doctor.
Ashley!
Think I got hit. But the point is, okay, that she got what Aaron was saying, and here's chlorinated water. And this is one of the concerns that we've been having about the water park idea. And I do believe that Bree is getting ready to jump on here in a minute. Pick this show up. She said she's eating right now, so I've kind of given the people that have started with us a little lowdown on some of the stuff she's going to be talking. Hopefully it didn't shut me down right there. Let me see. There I go. Okay. Did it kick anybody's live? Looks like I'm still recording. And then oh, they're in a restaurant. So, okay, she's not going to be getting on. She just got somewhere with the kids. I told you. She's texting me while I'm talking to you guys. Toxic water. Oh. Podcast link. But we don't have to stay on. So I guess if she's at a restaurant, then she is preoccupied. So I'm going to turn my ringer off because that's annoying. Okay. So let's look at this other place. I don't know if anybody, see down here, it's probably going to get me on something. And then just go find me on YouTube. Open. Okay. I gotta get on. Oh yeah, okay. Muncie, Delaware. So I don't know if any of you are familiar with that toxic water pouring into somewhere. Oh, somewhere close to the trail. Okay. Well, she was going to come on, but she's at the... Yeah, I got excited for a minute. I guess we're going to have to start doing stuff in the morning and then just like pre-recording because she seems to be able to get her stuff done in the morning. I don't know what's the Bree SP. I don't understand what that is. I'm slow. But well, you type stuff in and you find some pretty cool stuff. So let me go over here to, no, that's her link. That's the one link. That's the water. Okay. This, I think, also started it. So let me see. I'm going to click over here. I don't know if any of you saw that. I have my clipboard messenger. So up at 2:40. Okay, this screen's too big. I'm going to go back a little bit. So this was somebody's water in Muncie this morning. So they're dealing, I guess they're dealing with a lot of the same stuff that we're dealing with. But the issue that we're going to have is your spelling. You know, I don't know how she spells. It's Brianna, so I think it would definitely be with the BRI. Is how I say it. Give me a minute. I got to do something. Okay, so these guys were calling out their mayor. I don't know what happened. He's saying it tasted moldy. So, okay. This was interesting. You know, it's always interesting because this stuff, if it gets into the White River, it floats to us. And we got some stuff going on. I don't know if any of you been out to the NPL site. And I'll pull up Google Maps. Actually, I have a map of all the Superfund sites. It's virtual. So let's see if I can find it. Open a map. Okay. Now, several of us worked on this one. This is a virtual map that if you want the link, you can come find it. But on ours, and I want, if anybody winds up stumbling across our video, where'd my map go? We have what is known as the Superfund site. Not being able to see me, what I'm doing on my thing. Okay. All right. So if you don't know, we have a Superfund site. Anderson has 24. Some of them are archive sites, but we found them and we wanted to know. Plume wells, 8. Huh. No, I don't know. I think somebody else helped with that. Oh. Well, I did find the plume. Can you guys zoom in? The plumes that they talk about for the MPL. There's one right here by Dawson's Garage. I just saw the map not too long ago. So it's right here by Dawson's Garage. And there's one right in here. And there's one right here close to each other. And then here's Lindbergh Road and Alexandria Park. So I say that because whatever comes from Muncie is rolling down here to, well, actually, okay, see, Chesterfield, Daleville. And they're pumping their sewage out too. So that's why it's important. So now Muncie's having some issues, so we're going to have to come in here and take a look at them. And, okay, so the water boil, the other one, okay, let's go back to that one. Because that was a good screen. Share this tab. I'm working with so many screens, bro. Okay, so this is a story. I don't know where he's at, but some people were coming in and posting all these, like their water stuff over there ain't good. Like, I guess they don't have, oh, sorry about that screen. I guess they don't have a White River Watchers or something's polluting their water right now. But I want this screen because I just noticed something on that map when I was looking at it. It just pulled up a second ago. Okay. Go here. So this is how I get make sure. Okay. So I can't find the post at the moment. But something I just noticed. Update. Item has been called. Can't see that. Push it a little bigger. So item was called on this. I'm happy that they called him because we mentioned some stuff. People were tagging us, tagging me and Bree in this, and Catherine, because I got it from Catherine and Bree pretty close to the same time. Now, I haven't looked at their maps very closely. That's one of the things that Bree had mentioned back on the Political Spotlight, I think last year sometime. She's paid a little bit more attention, but something that I just noticed was there was a map that got put out here. So this map is part of the water boil area over in Muncie. Okay. Now, Oasis Bar and Grill. I know I hate that I can't get these bigger sometimes. Let's see if I can get it bigger. Nope, it's playing with my emotions. And my nose is getting stuffy. This happens every time. So, these guys are in a water boil. Now, that map I just showed you, when I look at it this way, this right here is the Oasis Bar and Grill. You can't see it. Let's do that. Just hid my screen I was working on. Okay. Back over here. All right. So if you're looking at this map, I'm going to put them right next to each other so I can find them better. Okay. This map shows, and I'm going to go ahead and mark it because it's not necessarily, it's a concern because let's do green water. Okay. I like this new feature. If you guys haven't used it, my maps, it's pretty cool. So this location right here is this location right here. These people had a water boil. So I don't know about that first picture I showed you, where that came from or not. Okay, let's go back to this map because I noticed something when I was looking at it. All right. So that's Irvington Heights. Huh. You learn all kinds of new stuff. Now, the picture of the lady that the lady shared was off the trail. So here's the White River. And East 16th. Okay, so here's East 16th. Okay, here it is. That's right here. Somewhere close to this location. I guess I don't. Not necessarily the Muncie Fine Portraits, but this trek, because the lady said it was off of just south of East 16th Street. So somewhere through here is where that water was at. So I don't know, but that is very close to the White River over here. So what happens? Anything in here goes in here, and it depends on if this is a floodplain too. Like I'll have to go look into that, because this right here is really close to all this stuff in here. So then that would be a concern. Where's your polluters coming from? Maybe we should go look. Give me a second. I'm looking at the river. So the river flows through here. Now, my husband says sometimes the solution to pollution is dissolution or something like that. And then, okay. See, now, in the video, there was a video. Let me see if it's in the group chat. Okay. And this is in, let's see, group. This lady had a neat video, but one of the guys in the video noticed that there might have been a spray on the bushes, but I mean, I get that what is it, the honeysuckle? They don't like the honeysuckle, and they spray for it. But wait a minute until I get this video and you can see it. Okay. Wasn't there, was it? Okay. I think it's in my Delaware group, so here's that one post. Okay, can you see a little better? Oh, wait. No. Okay, Oasis Bar and Grill. I just showed you that. Let's see what there. Ooh, there's 96 comments in this one. So people should go over there and check this. Type in toxic water in Delaware County, and you'll find some stories like ours. But I'm really interested in this blue water one. Okay. Good job. This says Delaware County Advocate. I'm going to click on like. It's a good view. Forever chemicals in Indiana water. Low levels have been reported statewide. 2 cities are over federal limit. Interesting. See, I love researching and trying to find one thing and find something else. That's the Alexandria water. We could touch on that one too. This is they just raised their rates. They're not wanting to answer anybody up there. Back to, I want to look at that article. So I'm trying to find the link, Bree, with the. Okay, well, I'm trying to keep everybody entertained. I'm an old lady. with the stuffy nose that has to blow it here soon. So if I have to stay on a little longer, then people can come back and watch. Now, Karen, we don't know what's getting done about any of these issues. That's why people reach out to us. And so now we're going to have to watchdog it. Oh, don't rush, because when you rush, stuff can happen. So here's Bree. And since she wanted to really, really be on here, hopefully she'll be able to get on here. And then some of the stuff I've been talking about, you'll understand why we get. Well, my mom died from ground. In the 1960s, my mom contracted an incurable disease from groundwater contamination a half mile away from the Wheeler water treatment plant that is now part of the Superfund site. Nobody told us. So this is an interesting article. Indy Star. Oh, they might make me pay. Yeah. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna copy and paste. I hate when, I mean, I get it. I just wish we could read this stuff. I want to have to go all over the place to find the information. Okay, so this is why that Indy Star makes you pay. So I want to see what this article is. I'm stalling, giving you guys some, like, teaching you guys some of the stuff that we go through when we're studying this stuff. And a lot of times, Catherine just gives me and Bree something to do. And yeah, thank you, Karen. But that's why I'm passionate about the water issues. And it, it was really horrible as a child having to watch her mom slowly die because of some weird bacteria she came in contact with as a kid. And well, it's really hard to find the regulations and the violations. Okay, here in a minute, I'll show you Anderson, okay, because I have been waiting for the 2025 water quality report since 2025. I mean, they're doing stuff, but still. Okay, so it looks like EPA, I call it Jarvis, or the AI overview, I call it Jarvis, based on EPA data from mid-2025. Elevated levels of forever chemicals, which are PFAS, exceeding federal limits were identified in Indiana water systems, specifically in South Bend and Morgantown. Okay. We do have PFAS in our waters. And speaking of which, this is why people need to pay attention to what's going on in their communities. So I can share some of my videos. So when me and Bree, and this is so crazy, and Rebecca Crooms, Catherine Callahan, and Brianna Davis. Okay. I'm going to have to go to Heads Up to find it, I think. Yep. Okay. Give me. That's weird. Okay, let's go the old school way. View my channel. No. View. Okay. Let's see. Neil McKee. Guys. You kidding me? So I don't know why the screen changed on me. Usually I can just go over here. Maybe it's farther down. Yep. I guess that's what happens when you get a lot of stuff going on. Okay. On your YouTube channel. This is my very first YouTube channel. That's why it's so big and I had to split off from it. Let's see. And this is the 49-second clip. The first time I heard that our water had PFAS in it. And then I'm going to go to the city of Anderson. So in this meeting is when they were wanting to raise the water rates, okay? And this was one of the first meetings we went to, and all we were doing, this is before we even knew about Superfund sites. So this is just one of them awe moments that we caught a clip of. And I don't know if anybody still has it because they started deleting our footage after 30 days. So if we don't get it, sometimes we lose the footage. But here's Neil McKee talking about PFAS.
Years is we also tested high for what's called forever chemicals. You've seen that in the news. Like PFAS, PFOS. It's a very long chemical name for both of those, but what it boils down to is those contaminants. For us, it's like Teflon on skillets, fire foam used by fires. Those are the two most common ones that you'll see. But we have tested above the action level in 4 of our wells at the Wheeler plant. So we're going to be required in the next 5 years to either treat for those or move completely out of the plant.
Let's see, what do I do next? All right, that was a good clip. So that was the first clip that taught us we are not in Kansas anymore. So, oh, that's okay. Let's see. Here, share this one. I said water quality reports. Okay, look at that. It is now April 9th, 2026. And I'm still waiting to see the 2025 water quality report for Anderson. Okay. And he was talking, Neil McKee was talking about this map I just showed you a little bit ago. So I'll show it again. Here's our map. And I do believe I have another one that has like the toxic stuff on it. So let me see. So we played around on had several people make different maps. Okay, yeah. This is the one that Megan helped us make. She went through and went ahead and changed everything for us. Uh-oh. Chesterfield. What is this? Okay, that's Alexandria. Okay, I'll have to fix that. That's Chesterfield. Okay. Oh, she already went on. See, that's why I like people. They help you do your stuff, and then you can share it with others. So if anybody wants our map, I can go ahead and share it on the Two Chicks Facebook page. But it looks like she has done. Is that Muncie? She's already done Muncie. Okay, what she did here, because I did not do this. These are the water. You guys in Muncie want to go tune into these guys and start asking them questions about that water. Okay, so it comes down here. And, I'm running for office, and this is one of my platforms is clean water. I want to get clean water and clean sewage and clean environments for our ancestors. And I'm currently down here. So this is the old Rangeline plant. This is the Rangeline Nature Preserve. And it was on the Superfund site. Every one of these locations, okay. This is White River right here. This is the holiday dump. I think there's a woman that asked me some questions the other day about what filters do for what toxins. And this is so weird how it works. It depends on your area. So holiday dump here, though, it's pretty much, you see this brown gross stuff? That was holiday dump. And so holiday dump does connect into here, okay? So if any of you guys hear me talk at the city council meeting or wherever I talk about water, this is some of the stuff I'm talking about. This is White River Bluff. This is by Liberty Christian. And it's where the land is actually elevated. But what this doesn't show here, okay, so I think, okay, this, oh, I'm gonna have to add some stuff. Okay, this right here, let's do this. This is Pittsford's Ditch. Pittsford's Ditch. If you don't know about it, this is the area where I got, or my mom got sick. Okay, so we were right in here. So the sewage issues in Madison County and water issues, we've had them since before 1960s. So I know we got issues. I know we got to clean the environment. But we also got to learn from their past mistakes, figure out where all these places are. So that's kind of stuff we've spent a lot of time doing. I have to do some more information on that point, but I just want to save that because it's not there. And last time I was there, it was not good. So I'm going to mark it green. Mark it with that. So that's the head of Pittsford's Ditch. But also, okay, and this is my issue because these are residents. There's people that still live back here in these neighborhoods, you know, lots of people. And they don't, this is also the location where they wanted to put the Mounds Lake Reservoir. Well, why do you want to put it right on top of one of our contaminant or polluters? That makes no sense to me. Like, stay away. Like, you know, when I was a kid, they had those pictures with the yucky face on it to tell you to stay away. They don't have that. None of these things are marked off. We've had to find a lot of these and map them ourselves. Okay, so she does have, okay, she got her information. What is this one? Okay, she doesn't have the number marked. Okay. So this is at the Blue Bridge. And one of those is supposed to be here. So maybe I should change that to that. Is that right there? Ooh. Right there. Okay. What is this? Ricker Swifty. See, there's brownfields too. And I think we got into the brownfields back. And funny story. We put our campaign field or our campaign signs on top of one of the brownfields. And see, this has been our concern. So if you look at that heads up channel, I did, and I've been tracking this issue for a while now. Like, I think we're going on 2.5 to 3 years now. I have been focusing on water issues with these guys. And right here is our water well, Ranny Well 4, Ranny Well 5. Okay, and these guys connect. You got to have so many maps, and I don't know if I could trace it, but there is some pipes that go under here and then run over here to Randy Well. This is where they want to put that water park that we've been fighting about. And so next week, I need to go and talk with the Anderson Redevelopment Commission about the plumes because I found a map and some of the documents that the EPA deleted, or I don't know who, they're just not there anymore. We can't find a lot of information, but we have it in our possession, which is a site sorted because we are, this is sort of, yeah, it's a source cited. So we can give all that. It's just not public. Or no, yes, it is. I have a link to it. I have a link to it on Google Drive. So this is nuts, you guys. Our water's not doing right. What was the other thing? Okay, I'm stalling. So we're already following all this stuff, right? Now we're going to have to deal with whatever's coming down. Okay, here's a good one. This site doesn't crash on me. Let me pull this up. How do you know about your water, right? Isn't that like what everybody wants to know? What's going on? So there are websites that you can go and look. EPA has some good ones. Let me see. Okay, this has some good maps. So let's go. This is going to talk about the White River. Okay, this is why I get so concerned. There was high levels of phosphorus. So I do have videos of other council meetings. I think it was from January or February, where they actually voted to have a daily load limit on the phosphorus because there was so much algae out here on the river this year. I was a little upset by it. And I'm going to start closing out some of these tabs I have open. I have a lot right now. That's probably why this isn't working for me. It's just turning. Okay. Let's go back. No, I don't need that one. Put this at the end. And I know I don't have to say everything I'm thinking, Aaron. But it's kind of boring if you don't hear any noise coming out of the screen when you're working. Okay. Temporarily unavailable. So this is funny because we started doing these tutorials. And now it doesn't work. Okay, this, let's see if I get that. Watershed impaired. Impaired issues identified. Why are we not getting notified of these? Drinking water condition unknown. Think they should know. Aquatic life, but fish and shellfish consumption is impaired. Swimming and boating is impaired. Who tests? No, none of us. Okay, back to that. I didn't even get to show you guys the water quality report. So I'm showing you all these sites on the maps. Okay, let's go. Let's shrink this a little bit. Come over here. So how did I get this? I'm going to click on just the 2024. So we just heard Neil McKee tell us that our water was testing high in PFOS, the forever chemicals. Okay, get you down here. Okay, so here we go. Annual drinking report. City utilities even gives it a number. Oh, this is what I shared the other day. There's something about bottled water is infected too. Oh, that got me, you guys. Okay, why may there be contaminants in the drinking water? Can you see that? What's that? What? Source of drinking water includes rivers, lakes. So that's all of our water is seeping into our, can't remember what the name of it because it's not the plume. It's something like the plume, but it's our underground water source. Microbial contaminants from sewage treatment plants, septic systems, livestock operations, or wildlife. What about lead in drinking water? That's what that money, the money they just won for Anderson, is going towards lead, replacing the lead lines. So, okay, so over here, we're going to base, why are we basing stuff on information from 2024? So remember, they haven't put the water quality reports for 2025 up. So I'm showing everybody this because as this topic of Superman isn't coming dealing with water contamination all over Madison County, we want to try to show everybody how to check their water sources and stay safe. So even though water is clear, it can still have stuff in it. And that's the downside of all this. And some people can afford filters, but not everybody can afford the filters, and that's the people I'm trying to advocate for. I feel like I'm one of them. I can't buy a fancy filter. So this, oh, you're not even seeing it. Sorry. Here we go. Dump sites. See, we kind of know, but we kind of don't. Oh, breeze on. You tricked me. Are you muted? Okay. Can I add you to stage? Are you ready to roll? Let me see.
Give me just a second and I'll unmute myself. I'm getting the girls' show ready.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so let's go back over here. So this is what we have to go by. And this is why we try to tell people things to look for in the water reports themselves. Don't believe us, go look. Just because they say it's a safe legal limit does not mean it's a safe legal limit. It just don't. We do have fluoride. We got nitrates. Comes from poop, I think. It says runoff of the fertilizer. Gross alpha radon. Okay, this is the one that blew my mind because all kinds of people are like, I can smell the chlorine. I mean, when Aaron got sick back in June of this year, our water went brown for I don't know, a few minutes, long enough.
All right, I'm in.
Okay, and so this is some of the. I've told him all kinds of information. You were listening to the last little bit. So we also learned that chlorine is a cancer-causing agent, and then you're just in time to pick it up for some of these. Do you want to talk about that, or what do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about?
Well, with chlorine, the things that were flagged in my water were byproducts of the chlorine process. 1 second.
No, I have. Did you? Oh, she muted herself. She had to do something. She's got babies. Okay, so we learned about disinfectant products and precursors. So TTHM is a cancer-causing agent. And that's another one. And this kind of tells you where these are located. State Road 67. 201 East 53rd Street. HAA5 is also not good. These are all cancer-causing agents, and we learned that from that WAP page, EWG.
Yeah. Yep. So those were flagged as elevated, but not above legal limit in my water. And those the ones that were specifically elevated in my water were they increase your risk of getting cancer just by it touching your skin. And they're all byproducts of the chlorine process.
I'll tell you what. Okay, so I guess that.
But yeah, I saw you talked about American Water from Muncie. And I just wanted to mention that American Water both and Ingalls Town Water, when I called them, they both did not want to release information to me unless I was a already existing customer.
I shared that video.
When I called American Water and I told them, I was like, hey, I know, obviously they took a test for hexavalent chromium because somebody was on Facebook trying to, they were it hasn't been detected in 2025. Or the EWG still lists it. And they actually put that map up in 2025, and Erin Brockovich listed it in 2025. And she was like, this interactive map helps you find municipalities that have hexavalent chromium in their water supply,
Do you
and
have that
Muncie
link?
was listed.
Do you have that?
Um,
Yeah.
Give me just a second and see if I can get it for you so you can put it up there.
Okay.
I gotta get it from my email because it's in the the Brockovich report that she sends out every month or
Yeah.
whatever. But yeah, so I was like, I went to that guy had tagged the annual report from American Water from Muncie, and it does say that like they tested for total sorry, hexavalent chromium, total chromium, right? And so that doesn't always mean that they tested for hexavalent chromium or chromium 6. But most of the time it does. And so like in the section that they had it in, it said it was in the tested but not detected. Typically that means though that it wasn't detected above reporting limits. That doesn't mean that it wasn't detected at all. And so the EWG shows like what the state's limit is. And then it shows like what, like the health group advises for your health of how much you're supposed to have like in your water. And then it shows like what Muncie actually has. I'm still working on pulling it up for you.
Okay.
Here we go. I got it. I'm about to send it. It might try to take you through Substack. I'm not positive.
Okay. Here we go.
So the map is actually it's to locate places that have arsenic and nitrate or chromium 6, or it has like a color code. That certain towns have like all three, or they have two of the three, or they just have one. And it lets you know. And you can zoom in. And Anderson and Muncie both have hexavalent chromium in their water supply.
Oh my goodness. Where have you been keeping this beauty?
I think I posted about it once.
I don't know why. I'm going to set my time out until July 2026. So
I know. And plus it's hard to keep track of all the stuff that we have shared. But, I told you about that meeting and we didn't get a chance to talk before we did this. But
Yeah.
I do like need to have a conversation with you about that. But I had a conversation with that organization and they gave a lot of good tips and like they're going to help with moving forward and helping us like move forward and like kind of guiding us so that way like things don't fall apart. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that way, like, we really get like a lot of force behind us and like just get a lot of people behind us.
This is so interesting. So once he's having problems with their water.
Mm-hmm. So did you click on it? Did you click on it?
I did. Here, let me do
Okay.
it. Come back up. Which one do you want me to look at? Anderson?
Whatever one you want to do. I don't care.
Okay. Looks like, let's do this one. That's talking about it. Right there. Can you see it? Or do I gotta make
I
it?
can't see it.
I
mean, I can see it, but I can't. Like, it's too small for me. Oh, okay. Now I can see. Sorry, I'm blind as a mat. And I'm on my phone, so I got a small screen. But yeah, so it does say that it has both chromium 6 and nitrate and what's this, Muncie's water? Yep.
Yes, it's Muncie's water.
And so it's 8.7 times the recommended public health goal and for the chromium 6. And then 5.1 times the public health goal for nitrate.
That's crazy too. That's crazy.
And that's what, like, it's legal. Like, so, your water could be clear and you could have no idea. However, when I talked to Erin Brockovich, she indicated that she thought that Madison County probably has a hexavalent chromium issue because of the color of the yellow that we're seeing so often. When hexavalent chromium is super like concentrated, it can appear yellow.
So where is this guy located? What building is that?
I don't know. I don't think they really like pick a. I don't think it actually picks a place. I think they just
Okay,
choose
it just
somewhere.
okay, and that's like the center of the map. Okay, I'm gonna leave this up for a minute. Do you want to? Was there any videos you wanted to do? And I might get copyrighted, so I have to go back and edit it. But I did show the one.
No, I can send you I can send the videos straight to the chat. They don't have to be clips from Fox 59.
No, I shared that too already.
Oh,
The
you shared
news
the
clip,
Blackwater already?
I shared the Blackwater. I shared the news clips. The
So
South Madison Ingalls stuff. But I was talking about like the Aaron Brockovich, like when we were talking earlier. And I know I'm probably gonna, like I just said, I'm probably gonna get hit with a copyright, at least on Facebook. I don't think so on YouTube. I think YouTube will let me keep the little clips as long as we don't go too long. But do you want to was there a certain Aaron Brockovich point in the movie that you wanted people to see? I showed.
well, I mean, if I would have had time to get like timestamps of where they kind of show like what each person is like suffering with, you know what I'm saying?
You made one point. What did you say that the what was it? Was it eating them from the inside out? You made a point.
Yeah, it was. I think it was. I mean, don't get me wrong, but I mean, one of them might be that their spine was deteriorating. And then another one was somebody that had worked in the actual like pool of it. And that guy's organs had eaten his organ, like his organs had like pretty much eaten away from the inside out, is how they explained it, I think, in the movie.
Okay, I found a clip.
Also, when I was talking to that organization today, I'm not sure where you can find it. They have not sent me the link yet, but it's called Poisoned Ground. And it's about Lois Gibbs.
Okay.
Who is the one that actually
YouTube?
started the Superfund stuff in the 80s with the Love Canal at Niagara Falls. And they said that was a really good thing. So we should both watch that and see if we have anything to pull from it.
What is it? What do you call it?
Poisoned Ground.
Okay.
But I sent you another clip, and for some reason you can't see the picture because I screen recorded it from Netflix. And so it is from Netflix, just so you know. But it was a show that I was watching. It's got nothing to do with water. And in there, this girl is dating this guy who's writing a book. And they're like, "What's your book about?" And he's like, "Oh, just the inevitable genocide caused by our water crisis." And I'm like, holy crap. So I screen recorded it and made a little clip out of it because I put it along with one of the videos from the Summer Lake people of their water. And put it together on my story, but I sent you like the original audio of it, and it's just so crazy that they like, they say stuff like that. Yeah, it's in our messenger.
Okay.
It just says what I says, but it's just funny that it was not funny, but
Here.
you know.
Is it going? Oh. It didn't play. It was muted.
He's so close.
Okay, what's the book about?
It's about the inevitable genocide of the impending water crisis.
That's fun. Very fun.
Pretty heavy stuff.
He's so close.
Pretty heavy stuff.
Pretty heavy stuff. Okay. Where was I going? Shoot. I squirreled. Help me pick my squirrel back up.
You were asking me if I had any clips from Aaron Brockovich that I wanted.
Oh yeah, I had something. Where did she go? I had a little clip. Not that one. Definitely not that one.
Not the comments asking you what's the blue dot on. My house.
Oh, that's my house. I tattled on myself. See, so people get all mad because I do stuff and I don't show addresses, but I show where I live. I'm not scared. I am not scared to show where I live.
Yep, not scared.
Okay, wait. I had it up. Like I was on it. What did I flip and do with this? There's you. Channel. This. Holy. I kid you not. I think I clicked out of it. No, it's on Facebook, so it might let me do it. Okay, let's do
She
this.
just commented on that not that long ago. That's an old post.
Okay, yeah, I know.
$20 million is more money than these people have ever dreamed of.
See, now that pisses me off. First of all, since the demur, we have more than 400 plaintiffs in. Let's be honest, we all know there are more out there. They may not be the most sophisticated people, but they do know how to divide, and $20 million isn't shit when you split it between them.
Aaron.
Second of all, these people don't dream about being rich. They dream about being able to watch their kids swim in a pool without worrying that they'll have to have a hysterectomy at the age of 20, like Rosa Diaz, a client of ours, or have their spine deteriorate like Stan Bloom, another client of ours. So before you come back here with another lame ass offer, I want you to think real hard about what your spine is worth, Mr. Walker, or what you might expect someone to pay you for your uterus, Miss Sanchez. Then you take out your calculator and you multiply that number by 100. Anything less than that is a waste of our time.
Let's be honest here. $20 million is more money than these people have ever dreamed of.
Oh, see, now that pisses me off. First of all,
That's like my
since the
favorite
demur,
clip.
we have more than
It's
400
replaying now.
plaintiffs in. Let's be
Mine
honest,
is the
we all know
shoes.
there are more out there. They may not be the
I
most
know, I like
sophisticated
that one
people, but they
too.
do know how to divide, and $20 million isn't shit when you split it between.
So did you already do the one of the recording of me calling into Town of Ingalls?
I'm sitting here talking, and I'm like, why aren't you responding? And then I realized your mic's muted, and so is mine. Okay.
I'm like, well,
About
I
that.
couldn't hear anything, so I was like, but did you do that video already of me when I called into
Yeah.
Town of
Yeah,
Ingalls?
yeah.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
Yeah, did you record the other one too?
Of American Water?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I haven't had time to go pull it and clip it down as I was to send it to you.
You know what? We can totally show clips from Facebook on here because they're already passed because you've already went through all your the
Yep.
flags. So,
Yeah.
aha, we found it. Okay. I'm gonna do. Is this the original one that she helped do? Is it 9K, bro?
It might be.
Is that 379K on you? Good job. How'd you get that to stay up that long?
I don't know. I don't know.
Did
I
you
didn't
just
even know that it was up that high, Nicole.
Did you upload these yourself?
Yes.
That's what it is.
People from Anderson,
I'll be
Indiana
right back.
are drinking water from a contaminated well, and the source of the poison hasn't been identified yet. Toxic chemicals were found in the city's groundwater in 1992. To make the water drinkable, they use a machine called an air stripper. It basically pushes air through the water to force the chemicals out as gas. In 2018, it became an official Superfund site. As of 2025, no cleanup has started. There are 3 plumes of toxins in the groundwater, and they have no idea why or where it's coming from. The contaminated water is still being treated and sent to homes. Do you live in a Superfund site? People from Anderson, Indiana.
Now, you want to tell everybody how you met this lady? Because she's the one that really kicked it off.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure that our phones were listening to us when we were talking about all the water stuff. And then, my dog died, and we went to that, and he had PFAS in his system, and his liver was inflamed. And then we went to that Anderson meeting where they had said there's PFAS in the drinking water, and it's been there for 2 years, but we're just now finding out. And something in my head was just like, there's no way they're just now finding out. And they were talking about all these wells that were failing and that they were like like 50 to 70 years past their life expectancy or something crazy like that. And so I got up there and I was like, asking questions, and Neil McKee, the water director, was like, if you're looking for someone to blame, you're going to have to go back 40 years in administration. Well, I didn't really think of it much. And then a few months later, I'm on TikTok, and Kate Justice, that's that girl's name. You can find her on TikTok. It's Kate Justice, but she's really into the Epstein file stuff now, but but she still talks about Superfund stuff. She lives in one of the largest ones in Pittsburgh, Massachusetts. I think I have that right. And it just popped up on my screen, and she was just talking about what a Superfund site was. And I watched the Aaron Brockovich movie finally, and then I was like, maybe I should see if, like, we have a Superfund site here. And like I found one in Anderson, and that was the NPL. And then we found out that was actually 3 plumes listed as one site. So it's actually 3 separate national priority sites that need to be taken care of. And it was just crazy because, like, I mean, I've never even heard of a Superfund site before that TikTok came up across, the page. I would have never known to look for that, or what a brownfield site was. You know what I mean? I didn't know really what any of those were. So
Neither did I. And I'm very
like, you hear
thankful.
Superfund and you're like, Superfund? What's Superfund? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Do
no,
you
like,
have?
what's a Superfund? Like,
Oh, I know. I'm like, super fun. That sounds like it's supposed to be fun, but it is not
yeah,
fun.
no, and it's actually quite the opposite. And I don't know, but most of the stories that she was doing, it was like talking about how they're like these legacy sites. They call them legacy sites because they've been there for so long. And so they're like generational, toxic sites that previous generations have left for us because they didn't have the, enforcements in place that they had back then. So, a lot of things got contaminated, and then a lot of things didn't really get cleaned up the way that they should have been. And so we're seeing that now. And it kind of like affects, like Superfund sites, anything within 5 miles of them, if they're active or, still affecting the environment, they can affect the infrastructure, like streets and roads and buildings, pipes, all of that stuff, and cause more issues with other things in your town other than just, making the water look bad, or like putting things that you can't see into the water, or making your treatment process work harder. You know what I mean? There's more things that are at risk within 5 miles of those unless they come in and delineate it, which means like they kind of test 5 miles out and kind of like show like where the contamination stops spreading. Now, Madison County has 42 Superfund sites. And like, when it was addressed on the news, the city of Anderson claimed they only have 1 Superfund site, which is not true. The one that they were claiming that they have is actually 3 in 1.
Right here. This is
So
what she's talking about.
So it's not, it's 3 plumes that need addressed that are national priority that qualify for federal funding.
And we're not getting it because why? Remember?
Because the mayor of Anderson and Neil McKee in 2018 opposed the listing. And I mean, I'm not saying that that's why we don't have the funding. I believe that the funding is that we don't have it because the officials won't work with us. Like, we know we qualify for it. Our officials could help us push the EPA to finish their investigation, get fencing up, get signage up, and find the source. But the EPA keeps saying that they have to find the source. They don't have to find the source. That's not true. They've helped towns before when they didn't know what the source was. They've helped towns before when the source was the people.
I think one of our sources is the sewage plant. So
yeah, like I'm sure it is. Like, I'm sure that it is. Or maybe it's, maybe one of them is from the other MPO that they just kind of completely wiped off their website. You know what I'm saying? There's just no way.
Speaking of other, so I want to point this out. I don't have my map handy, like, and usually, what was it? My friend Ashley says, Dora, did it? Like, I always have these little fancy maps, and there is a little fancy map for the plumes. And so the ones that we've been looking at since, what do you think? January of 2024 is when we heard about the PFAS. And then around January 2025 is when you found Kate Justice's stuff.
Yeah,
we're
and
going
found
on-
that we had Superfund sites here. Yeah.
so we're going on just over a year of figuring this stuff out. But
Yeah.
the three plumes, one of the plumes is here, and I don't know how big it is. Another plume is over here by Ranny 4, and another plume is over here by Ranny 5. And they know that the water, there's some issues in here. And the algae bloom is what brought me and Bree back together after some months. And it was horrible. I mean, the water conditions this 2025 were horrible. And then you also sent me that picture. There's a house down in here somewhere that what was it? The ground erosion.
Yeah, it has a sinkhole, and
It has
like
sinkhole in it.
that.
And it was somewhere
That's
close to here
hmm
and here.
Yeah,
these
off of
houses
this road, this Flora Lane. If you go down a little bit, it'd be like I think 3 houses down right here or something, somewhere around this road right here.
Is that one?
Yeah, somewhere off this, and I remember someone saying that people off that road have a well, and that everyone in one of those houses had cancer, and it's just crazy. I mean,
we learned so much information from people,
Yeah.
and then they come looking for us, and this is why we want to teach everybody how to do stuff for themselves. This thing here is it's called My Maps. Anybody can make their own maps. I think you can even copy and paste My Maps or Meg's maps so that you don't lose them from this link. So just get a hold of me on my Nicole Skylar Kapuscinski Facebook page, or message the Two Chicks with a Political Podcast YouTube channel, and I'll send you the link. So, but what I was going to get to was we have never really received a map of, okay, now see, look, this shows Ranny 1 all the way up here. So we're contaminated. I'm going to zoom in. This is Killbuck Creek and Shady Side. Okay. We have Elderwell here, 1, Elderwell 2, but Ranny's right here. So what was it? One of them shows that there's a 1 to 5 mile radius, right? And I'm not going to go through all my maps because I'll lose the pages, and I don't want to lose anybody that's actually following along to what we're trying to say here. So if we mark that map here, and you draw a circle around it, it intersects with these, right? So you got 1, 2, 3. So the site is going to hit around here. I think it's a map shows that. It's like the progression of the contamination and what it can do. And then they added it to this site, which is the Wheeler Plant Broadway MPL. So how big is our MPL? Because from the looks of it, it goes right here. Oh,
it's 3 plumes big.
Yeah. And then they just told us, oh, this is a story. If Terry was on here,
Nicole, it's listed as a 3 in 1 big. That's how big it is.
And then
for convenience, they listed it as 3 sites in 1. That's how freaking big it is, because they couldn't keep track of 3 different sites apparently.
So I didn't get to clip the Anderson Redevelopment Commission where I was having a showdown with them about this contaminant, because they just told us, and I got some videos I want to show
about
you.
Plant 7?
Now that we're here, I want to mention it because, we just learned about a 4th plume. So we've only heard of the 3 plumes. I don't know. Did you know of other plumes?
Yes. Remember, I keep telling you that there's more than just that 4th plume that you think we just learned about, right? Like, so Plant 7, I mean, I've never heard of them talk about another plume. So they're admitting the NPL, and apparently the ARC is admitting the Plant 7 plume, right?
Yeah.
But I've not heard of them talk about any other plumes. If you go to items documents, there are businesses all up and down 8th Street and downtown Anderson that have their very own plumes that are completely separate from the NPL plumes, and they extend off site into residential areas.
Okay.
And that was as late as the end of 2025.
Okay. In this video here, I'm being kind of a smart aleck because I asked somebody for the map. I said, will you show me where this plume is? And they wouldn't show me where the plume was. So I had to come home and I found it within 24 hours. And it just happens to be on a brown field. So I'm kind of being a little smart but here in this one, but let's see what I got.
Hey, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
I have it right here. There's Delco Scatterville. There's all kinds of contaminants in here.
Hey,
so right
I'm going harder than our fathers did. I put the G and go and see.
Okay, but that's not what I want to show you. But that is my map, and I like to do the I like to do the interactive stuff because it's just more entertaining. But I can't remember which one of these is
Line and all that. Okay, now if it or sold property.
no, that's something different. So there is one of these where I went. Remember, in the overlay should be. Did it go down because it was 30 days? You know, I hate that new rule.
No, yeah, where the lives are, yeah.
It looks like it's gone. There's the.
So I probably got about like 10 to 15 more minutes before I gotta go put my kids to bed.
No, it's okay. I'm winding down.
All right.
I'm just playing on here now. I wanted to show the brownfield because now on yours you can see the pictures. I have some videos somewhere, so we're just gonna go look at. Did I spell your name wrong?
Yeah, you got to add another N in there, Nicole.
Okay. Yeah, there you are. Okay. Let's go. We aren't even friends. That's what? I'm following you though. Okay.
Well, because I told you, remember I made it to where that it's just public, so that way I don't have to. I can just have family as friends. Oh my God, is Crystal my friend? I need to take him off. I told you I took everybody off.
Okay, so there is something from the brownfields because we're talking. So she's got here, so I can find hers a little easier. So this was from the brownfield, and this is supposedly close to where this new plume is. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's like it's right there. And I mean, I asked if I could. I tried for months to get somebody to let me go down there and clean it, and then eventually somebody was just like, "Well, you could just ask for forgiveness later." And I was like, I'm not, like, that was advice given from like an environmental agency. I was like, I'm not gonna do that.
Let me see what this one
And plus when I got there I was like, I can't get down there, and it's like full of water. A whole mattress was like submerged in water. That was crazy.
Which one was it? This one?
Yeah, all of those are the same exact drain, they're just different angles. Yep.
Okay. Oh wait, did I put something?
Yeah.
Okay. Pittsford's Ditch. Yeah, it's one of the little maps I
Yeah, because it's in Pittsford Ditch, and it goes
So-
all the way through Amacor,
So
and up
Amacor's
to
right here.
Lemon Drop, and
Flows
down
right
to,
here, and it goes all the crap. Plume. I asked them specifically, where is this plume? Because to me, here's a church, and I'm gonna have to go do some more research. But we're on the track, so this is what we're gonna be talking about Tuesday, I think, because I want the Anderson Redevelopment Commission to have the maps of the plumes, and for some reason Greg Winkler doesn't like to share. Or
why would he?
Hold on, she's saying, did you get a name of one not giving area of plume? Is that yeah,
You said you kept asking for the name for where the plume
Greg
is.
Winkler.
Oh yeah.
Greg Winkler, and I kept like, he had a map in front of him, and I we don't get along. I mean, if anybody to understand, me and Greg Winkler don't get along. I don't know.
Greg Winkler tried to bring a shingle company that was that had a parent company tied to ISIS to Anderson, and he was like yelling at the public for not wanting it. So we don't really love Greg Winkler. He's not a very nice man.
And then what? Every time we say something, or we would get in fights with him at the thing, he would be like,
well, his wife would harass me on Facebook, and she told me I didn't. She was like, "There's no way you have kids. You don't look like you have kids.
You're too little." Oh,
she's a nurse. I'm like, "Oh."
I found it. Here's what I found on that map. Oh, I forgot to upload the whole map. I'm sorry, but the map that I found
Yes, he did fail. He did absolutely fail his duty.
VOC, vulnerability assessment, Anderson Water Utility. So I love finding old documents. I would turn
Oh yeah.
that's from the 500 pager, and I haven't got to upload the other DNR park stuff. Let me go back one because I thought that was it. Epic fail. I thought I did a whole. That's what makes me mad.
Well, we're gonna need some people that will go door to door and do some health surveys in each town. So
See, I thought
I
about that.
cannot
And
do it all, and that is what that organization, even me, you, and Catherine, like, we can't do it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need the moms that care, like the moms in Summer Lake today that went on the news. Like, they can walk around Summer Lake, or, the people around
find
Amacor that live
out.
in the
Yeah.
Amacor resident, and we can give them those forms, and they told me that they would help me form those health surveys. They have examples, and we would make our own based off of like what our issues are here, and then we would go and fill them out, and then once we have that data, we'll give it back to them, and they'll help us with what we're gonna do.
I was looking for particular. I thought I had all of them on here, but I guess it was too far back.
That's funny. My name is Bree, but people call me Karen often too. So
they call you Karen
because I post about dirty water. I guess it makes me a Karen.
I love it.
Like, it's my fault. I just make the water dirty.
No, we just don't like dirty water. We're sorry, bro.
We
are sorry. So, sorry,
Nicole, like,
everybody.
what was funny? Like, honestly, like, it's kind of like nasty, but like, honestly, like, if someone peed in a cup, like peed in a jug, right, and like filled it up, and then they brought that jug and then the jug that I have of my dirty water, and we brought it to a county council meeting, and we were like, which one would you rather drink? I guarantee you they would pick the jug of pee. Like, if we gave them an option, like, you have to pick one, which one would you pick? I guarantee they would pick the pee.
Oh my goodness.
It's that bad.
Okay, so I'm gonna Google this thing and see if I can find a link. Oh, yep. Here's was it a PBS poison ground? Was that what you were talking about? When you
I'm not sure. I haven't seen it yet. I know it has something to do with Lois Gibbs.
Let me see.
And it kind of shows how she went around and did stuff
Love
in
Canal.
the beginning.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to play this. I'm just going to show you guys. Here we go. Oh, I got to do this. So here's a movie, a little clip or documentary if you want to get kind of deep dive into the subject of the plumes and why we're
This is
so
also what
concerned.
started the Superfund sites. It was a Lois Gibbs is a national advocate. So Niagara Falls, that's the Love Canal. It's in New York, right? New York. And she evacuated over 800 families because they were living on a plume. A whole community was built on top of a plume. A school, houses,
and that was the Love
parks.
Canal.
Yeah.
The Love Canal. Yeah.
Yep.
Let me see if I can change. I'm going to put that on there for everybody to take a look at. And we're sorry that Catherine was putting her signs out today and couldn't join us on this topic. She's been, she's invested a lot of them signs, and she went out there and she
gave me a little sign. I want a big sign in my yard.
You're so funny. I don't know what it fit.
You said you don't know where it fit.
Yeah. Oh, I know. You can put it right there in the backyard.
Just smack dab in the middle of the yard, dude.
Yeah. That'll work. Okay. Well, I think I'm getting ready. I'm winding down and getting hungry. I probably should have ate earlier.
I was like, there's no way. I was like, man, what do I do? Do I wait and go get food? Do I cook? I was like, nope, I'm going to just go get some pizza.
So that sounds good.
Yeah.
Really good.
It was good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I know we've been on here for a little while, but if you can bear with some of the information, you want to dig deeper into the local water issues, just come find us. This episode of Watchdog Chronicles is the topic Superman is not coming. And that is basically the moral of this, like, as we went down the rabbit hole trying to find people to help us. That's what Aaron Brockovich told us. Told Bree. So I want to plug your book.
With one of the most recent stories she did was with Cadiz, Ohio, and they had, discolored water just like us, high turbidity, went to their officials, were ignored for years. Eventually, their mayor finally went online and said, "Don't drink the water, y'all," and then just left them in the dark. So they reached out to Erin Brockovich, and she literally advised these people in Ohio to get paper plates, buy baby wipes, paper plates so you don't have to contaminate your water or your dishes with water, with washing them with your contaminated water. Baby wipes so you can wipe down your kids so you don't have to bathe them in the bath. And then, like, she urged people to learn as a community to come together and to learn how to collect rainwater and filter it. So, I mean, she says, when officials aren't here to help us, when that bridge is collapsed and we don't have those resources helping us or attempting to make it even just a little bit better, like, we don't have anybody else that's going to come and help us. And she has a book
Right.
about it, and it's called Superman's Not Coming. But that's why that's why she did a story for Madison County, because she saw that there were people showing up at meetings and people making posts and people going to the news, and it was more than just me, and that it was, multiple people here, going and expressing their concerns. And that's what it's going to take, is just all of us doing it until they can't ignore it, or we're just going to have to come together as a community and filter and collect our own rainwater, I guess, is what she's
Well,
telling people,
we've been
in
talking
a
about it.
state over. I'm like, that's not even, we're not a third world country, is what I keep saying. But it's getting harder to believe it, right? Like, if we have to collect our rainwater and filter it, and that's, safer than the water that the town is supplying for us, and like now we're paying double for it, you know what I mean?
Right. And it's went up. Alexandria went up.
I mean,
Anderson's
yeah,
went up.
double is like not even touching the surface. Like, I mean, I'm
Right.
not underestimating it when I say double. I mean, it's probably doubled 4 times in the last 10 years. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
yeah, it's not good. And
So
yeah,
Karen,
we have to save ourselves.
I love that you memorize all these really good quotes, or you at least know where to find them, because you make good points throughout the, you give a different opinion for people to look at. That's maybe not the typical things that they see or hear every day. And so I love that about the information that you. And then this other one, fundamental principle of popular sovereignty, all political powers inherent in the people. You know what? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And that is why we are here. We don't, people want to say, think we're mean and all this stuff. No, we don't want other people to experience what we've experienced. Plain and simple.
Yeah, and it's
Okay.
like, that's one last thing, Nicole, that I wanted to mention, right? So, like, that guy that apparently went and flushed the hydrants in the town of Ingalls, that was
Yeah.
the person that unauthorized access to them, right?
Yeah.
He went on there and was like, I'm sorry, like, it was me. I was just trying to do good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he was like, I had a plumber with me. And it's like, I told him, I was like, I'm not mad at you. Like, I don't, Clint Woods called me. And he won't even call me about my drinking water. Lucio Turnadine told me that my drinking water representative is not allowed to contact me anymore about my drinking water. But he calls me today about the town of Ingalls because I reported it as a spill because there's people with black water, right?
Yeah.
And so he's like, oh, well, we did the investigation. But if you have proof that if you have like a post that says that, like they did it and they admitted that they did it, you should report it to the proper authorities. And I'm like, well, what are the proper authorities? Because I thought the water department in Item was the proper authorities, like the spill line.
Right.
And he was like, no, like the police. And I'm like, buddy, like I told him, I was like, man, I'm not mad at you. And Item told me to report you to the police, and I did not. And I feel bad for the dude because, I mean, honestly, if I didn't know to like go down rabbit holes and search and, just try to get, us trying to get people involved and get, more people to accept, you say yes to the news coming out and stuff like that.
Yeah, because that's harder than it looks.
That was my last resort, and I felt like that, and I knew how to do it. I'm not saying like, I mean, in my dreams, I might go and flush the hydrant myself too. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to incriminate myself, but I will never do that. But I'm just saying I know the risks of it. But that man was left to feel like he had to do it because the town left them in the dark.
Right.
Like he was like, they forgot us and they didn't flush our hydrants this year, so I'm going to do it to help out the neighborhood.
Oh.
And now he's facing charges from it because the water director in Ingalls called the police on him.
Wow. I didn't know
Yeah.
that part.
Oh yeah. Yep. That's what he said today on Facebook. And I just think that's awful. I mean, I got on the phone with that lady. She wouldn't give me any information if I wasn't a current customer. Then I told her that I was with a resident that had black water, and she wanted to know if she could talk to the person. I said, well, did you test the water? They said, yeah. And I said, well, what did you test it for? Well, our supervisor did the testing, so I don't know. I have that on recording too, but I yelled at her so that I didn't post that on Facebook.
I love how you record.
And she was like, you're not allowed to record me. I was like, it's a one-party state. It's a one-party state.
And people's health is on the risk.
And it's funny because before that, she was like trying to interrupt me, right? And then I was like, are you going to keep interrupting me? Like, by the way, you're on record, right? Like, you just told me that you've known that people had discolored water. You knew that somebody accessed the hydrants unauthorized on Tuesday. And you're not planning to put a post out until after you have a meeting today with the town council. Is the town council in charge of the water? Yes. Okay, so if people have an issue with the water, should they call the town council or the water department?
That's not what
The water department. You just said the town council was in charge. So which one is, which one is it? Then they have that lady Crystal Everhart or whatever in that page that we were on.
Yeah.
And she was like, you need to call the water director. The town council doesn't know what's going on.
And that's
but
starting
the water
to be
director
very
just said that the
disheartening.
town council is in charge of it. So which one is it? And why are they waiting, Tuesday to Wednesday to Thursday? Why are they waiting three freaking days to tell people that they knew somebody accessed the hydrants with no authorization? And then that recording today where it was like, can I drink the water even if it's black? And they said, well, at the end of the day, it's your call. Like, it's your call, but yes, it's safe to drink. Like, which one is it? Is it my call or is it safe?
Alva.
You see how they just like
play nicer. We know. But sometimes it's emotional. Man, it's like knowing somebody could get sick.
Well, listen, when I say that I yelled at her, it was because I said, she was saying that the water was safe. And I said it very nicely. And I was like, and eventually I'll probably release that recording because she told me I wasn't allowed to share it. And I'll probably just share it because she told me I couldn't. But
okay, Aquarian.
She was saying that, the water's safe. And I was like, when people are calling about this black water, you should really say that, like, your water is compliant, because just compliant doesn't mean safe. Like, and she's like, well, I appreciate you trying to tell me what I should or shouldn't say. And I was like, well, I'm glad you appreciate it, because you think that you know everything, and you think that holding a post or an emergency announcement about someone accessing the water system unauthorized, and you knew about it from Tuesday, you thought it was a good idea to wait until Thursday to post about it.
Yeah, that was sad.
Like, I'm glad you think it's a good idea that I keep telling you what to do or what to say. And I just thought that was rude of her to say. Like, I was very nice about it. And she's like, well, you shouldn't tell me what to say. Well, you should listen to the people that are calling about black water. They told us to call you. I don't know why she's crying. Didn't that lady tell us to call her?
I thought so.
That's what I thought. Then she hung up on me twice. I have that on recording too.
Because we do tend to intimidate people, but that's, if we don't ask the uncomfortable questions, who's going to do it?
But it's like, here's that other thing, like American Water, Town of Ingalls, they won't release the water test results to me other than what's available online, right? They have more in-depth tests, and they admit it on the phone they do, but they're not going to give it to me because I'm not a current customer. So what if I was looking to move to the town of Ingalls or the town of LaPel or the city of Muncie, and I wanted to know if they had good water, or if it was up to my standards, at least, right? If I'm going to have to spend lots of money filtering it, and I just want to know before I move there so I don't have to post about it all the time, right?
Yeah.
Well, I guess I can't find out because I'm not an existing customer. Well, I think that should tell people everything they need to know about Madison and Delaware County.
Right.
In the water situation here.
I agree.
Water woes.
So,
I love that Fox 59 keeps saying that. Water woes.
So you sometimes have more time during the day, right? Or like morning?
No, not really.
Oh, okay.
I work like every day except for Thursday.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well,
Thursday and the weekends.
Are you wanting to do anything this weekend? Or just we'll play it by ear?
Yeah, we can see about like Sunday evening or something. Or if you want to do a morning, I could do real early in the morning.
That's what I was thinking, like a morning.
When the kids are still asleep. Yeah.
The morning sessions are fun because we're zooming in all kinds of directions. The
Yeah,
later
sure.
it gets, I start wanting to fall asleep on everybody. I'm getting old.
Yeah, I like doing the stuff earlier. We could try to do
I think my
Sunday or
brain
Saturday
works.
morning.
I think my brain works better in the morning sometimes. And I was
Well,
looking for
I think
something.
that's how it's supposed to go, Nicole.
All
I think we're
right.
supposed to wind down at night. I think you're doing good then.
I think so too. So, all right, Bree, thank you for coming on tonight with me and filling in for Catherine since she was
Yeah.
out
Thanks
there
for having me on.
campaigning. And it's always a pleasure to do study and research with you. And I can't wait to get out there and stir up some stuff with these water projects going on all over Madison County. So
Yes.
stay tuned. And we're going to start calling them like every time we talk about water or something, it's like Superman's not coming because we need people. Like right now, we have Bree, me, Catherine,
Few moms in Summer Lake,
Lisa,
couple of moms in LaPel, besides me.
Yeah. So
You know,
we
we
need
need
more
some
people
Yeah.
willing to help us track the water stuff because
They
once
can't ignore us if we have like 200 of us, right? Like, I mean, there's
like
multiple posts
Sparta.
a day. If everybody that posted about the water did something in person, or reported it and had the news out every time, like it would make such a difference. You know what I mean?
Right. Because I think I had a guy asking me if I'd heard anything this week. So next week's going to be the big thing on Tuesday. So stay tuned for the Anderson Redevelopment Commission because I'm going to try to get them to give me the map again. It's easier to ask them for the map and stuff than it is for city council. So stay tuned for that. Catherine, I think we said we were going to be on tomorrow. And then we'll probably go live on and off all day Saturday as we're out and about doing like the campaign stuff. So, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done that. And we will see you next time. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you.